Hey lore lovers, we are starting our road trip in the island paradise of Hawaii.
And we have an interesting tale to tell you today.
Yeah, we do. This is such a great place to start. It sure beats the cold air and weather back home.
We are still home.
No, remember the road trip? We drove to Hawaii.
Drove to Hawaii? Do you even think before you talk? If we're in Hawaii, explain all the snow.
Hawaii gets snow, Tara, on 2 of its mountains. Besides, ever heard of climate change?
Alright, then why are you here? In the snow, instead of on the beach, soaking up the sun.
Because the sunlight detracts from my natural smolder.
Your smolder? Please tell me you don't use that face when you're actually trying to meet somebody. I'm going to assume you don't think before you talk. Sadly, lore lovers, the road trip is in spirit only. But that won't stop us.
Dang budget cuts, I almost got laid off from this channel.
You don't even get paid.
Which would have been more tragic.
You know what? I'm just going to leave you outside in the cold. I'm going to go back inside and just start the stories. Welcome, lore lovers, to Hawaii. This island paradise is filled with rich histories, amazing myths and legends, and curious and mysterious monsters. The myths and legends alone are enough to cover several videos. Maybe after this road trip, we can revisit this island paradise and check them out. But if you're planning a trip to Hawaii, maybe this is how it happened. On this road trip across the United States, we come to Hawaii. Obviously, you couldn't drive here. You could have arrived by boat, but odds are you came here by plane. In either case, that was a very long ride. You are tired. You may have just arrived at Island Paradise ready for your vacation to kick off, but the rigors and stress of all this traveling has got you exhausted. It's probably best if you check into a hotel first and relax and hit the day running tomorrow. The air is crisp, and even as you make your way to your hotel room, the fruity aroma of Island Paradise permeates the air. Now, as I said, you are exhausted. You just drop the bags and collapse on the bed, falling asleep. Even the beds here are something out of a dream. You yawn and stretch, feeling the gentle breeze wafting through the open doors of your balcony that overlooks some of the most gorgeous beaches you've ever seen. It's night now, and the star and moonlight are streaming through the window, beckoning you to come to the balcony. This is paradise after all. Not a soul in sight as you watch the waves rhythmically rush across the shore. In the distance, you hear it. First it's faint, almost like a lingering moment from your dreams. Then you hear it again, a little louder. What is that noise? It's a sound of a conch shell, echoing in the night. This time, as you hear it, the trumpeting is accompanied with drums. You've heard of this before, and you want to leave, but somehow you're glued to this spot. Out of morbid fascination, you stay there, craning your neck for a better view of what's to come. You don't have to wait long. Moments later, a horde of warriors from time long ago make their way onto shore, and they are marching inland towards you. They may look funny compared to modern attire, but nothing is funny about them. These warriors are carrying weapons of all kinds and look like they could break you like a twig if they wanted, without even breaking a sweat. These are the mysterious night marchers, ghost warriors of Hawaii's past. It's said that these ghost warriors travel from scene to scene of where great battles took place in their lifetime. If you make eye contact with any of them, you are doomed to join them in this brigade. And if you can't flee the scene, the only thing to do is bow, keeping your eyes down and your belly as low to the ground as possible. You are marveling these haunting spirits as one glances up to meet your gaze. In the nick of time, you duck beneath the balcony, avoiding eye contact, and you are saved. Your first night in Hawaii isn't quite what you expected, but it sure is memorable. Now, you wake up the next morning a little sore from being hunched over against the balcony all night. Because of this, you don't want to go to the beach. You want to find one of the ponds that are scattered throughout the Hawaiian Islands. Sure, the ocean is exciting, but you've heard great things about these ponds and pools and rivers. Some of them have water so crystal clear you can see the bottom. And who knows, maybe you'll meet another adventurous spirit along the way. Adventuring through the wilderness of Hawaii, you finally come across one. The water is like crystal, just as they said. Now, there is a custom or tradition here. A ritual, you could say. And it's a simple one. Just drop a flower or a branch in the pond before getting in. If it blows away, the mysterious Mo'o does not want you in there. So, you pick a flower and toss it into the pond. The moment it touches water, a gentle breeze sends it back to dry land. That was surely just a coincidence, though, right? There is no such thing as the Mo'o. At least, that's what you keep telling yourself. Though, in the back of your head, you keep telling yourself there's no such thing as night marchers, and you just saw them the night before. Because of this, you rack your brain trying to remember what the Mo'o is. Is it worth tempting fate? That water looks mighty tempting. The thoughts and memories come back to you. The Mo'o usually appear as small geckos, but they can grow to be giant and fearsome dragons. And this happens within a moment's notice, like that. The Mo'o even have control over waves and are known to send people on high cliffs to their death who have angered them. You lower yourself, staring face to face at a gecko who just suddenly appeared. Coincidence? You don't know. Does it look like just a gecko? You can't tell. It spits its tongue out at you as another gust of wind pushes you away from the pond. Surely that's a little coincidental, but you don't want to risk it. You decide to move on. If anything else, it's best to find a different pond than to admit you got beat up by a gecko. You travel deeper into the Hawaiian wilderness. Who knows? Maybe you'll find an untouched pond that only you know about and can relax in. Maybe one not even the Mo'o know about and can ruin your fun. So you trek deeper and deeper into the Hawaiian woods. Out of the corner of your eye, you see a blur of motion, but you don't think much of it. You are in a jungle after all. There's wild animals everywhere. And so, you continue moving, not giving it a second thought. 3 more steps, however, and you slip and fall on a banana peel. That wasn't there before, was it? You toss it into the trees, watching it disappear from sight. Picking yourself up, the nearby bushes move and dance on their own. You could have sworn you just heard a giggle coming from that bush. Now, you've been out trekking for quite some time, so you probably just think it's a trick of the sun. You have been out for quite some time, and it is pretty hot out here. You're probably getting a little dehydrated, possibly. So you grab your trusty water bottle and decide to take a drink. As the bottle touches your lips, the water gushes all over you through a hole you hadn't noticed on the lip of the bottle. Somebody poked a hole there. Strange, you never noticed it before, and you've had this bottle for quite some time. Now, this sudden bad luck can't last, can it? You take a few more steps, and suddenly a coconut falls right in front of you, barely missing your face. It startles you. You take a few steps back to avoid anything more that could hit you, and you slip on another banana peel, falling to the ground. This banana peel has your footprint already on it, along with a new one. This is the same one you just threw into the woods. What's going on? You hear more giggling, this time much louder, and as you get to your feet, you see 3 small, little people dashing into the woods. Are they children? You can't tell. They just disappeared from sight, but you want to find them. They just pranked you twice, and you have reason to believe, although strange as it might be, that they tampered with your water bottle. How did they do that? You chase after them. The 3 disappear, weaving in and out of the woods, but you keep up, managing to keep sight of them the whole time. After a long chase, you finally made it. All around you are small wooden homes, as if you entered a village. And then you see more of these small people. They're not people, they're elves. These are the Menehune. They have said to have lived on these Hawaiian islands long before any Polynesian sailors settled these places. They built the Alikoko fish pond and the shrines on Necker Island. They don't often let their presence be known to outsiders, but they love playing pranks on everybody. So this is a rare treat. And although you're happy you came across this amazing discovery, your back is a little sore. It would have been a lot easier just for them to say hi. Now, I doubt anybody will ever believe that you came across these elves. Their existence is still up for debate across the Hawaiian Islands. But here they are, right in front of you. Hawaii is full of mystery and adventure, and you just scratched the surface. Well, lore lovers, what do you think? Have you heard of the Mo'o, the Night Marchers, or the Menehune before? Which unknown monster is your favorite? Let me know in the comments down below. And be sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell notification icon to be alerted for when the next video becomes available. And if you have a preference of where we go next, let me know also in the comments below. If I choose your request, I'll even mention you in the next video. Until next time, lore lovers, enjoy the island of paradise.